Good evening, friends. Stephen Ben-Nun with Israeli News Live. And Israel is already testing a digital shekel, a cryptocurrency. The concept of issuing such currency has been in discussion since 2017, but it decided to accelerate its research and preparation for the potential issuance of this currency there. And it says that, according to this, Israel has conducted a pilot test of a digital shekel cryptocurrency. Bank of Israel Deputy Governor Andrew Abir said, perhaps inadvertently, at a recent conference in the Fair Value Forum of the IDC in Herzliya. Toward the end of a panel discussion, Abir said the Bank of Israel had already run a digital currency pilot. Another of the member of the panel seemed surprised and asked, "You have already issued a coin?" Abir responded in the affirmative. However, Abir said he was not optimistic that such a central bank digital currency would ever be launched. Well, I can tell you guys from what I have learned here recently and some interesting discussions that are going on, that in 2022, we are going to a digital currency. That is some things that I've been told. They're going to utilize this coming between 2021, later at the end, towards the end of 2021, going into 2022, they're going to be using some of the devastating weather events that we're going to be facing, or alleged weather events, I should call them. I think these are manipulated by things such as whether it be CERN or the HARP system up in Alaska, amongst other things that are causing all these problems on the planet. And they're going to be using all these different phenomena that are happening. In fact, we spoke over on Patreon tonight, released a video over on Patreon talking about some of these challenges that we're going to be facing on a number of events of weather different type related issues that are going to be impacting the planet this year. So as a result of that, they say that the dollar will begin to falter towards the end of the year here, and going into next year, that they will roll out their digital currency. Now, I find it interesting also in the respect that I was told that Israel is the prototype leading the world, say, for example, in the so-called pandemic, and the new passports that are going to be required that you have in order to be able to do that. So looking at that type of information, seeing more and more that Israel is becoming the global leader of the world, and that they are going to be, it is going to be a one world government, and Israel is going to be at the head of that one world government. It is no surprise then, not only has Israel led the way in their vaccine program, but they have also are leading the way in the cryptocurrency industry that's going to roll out as well. Don't forget, too, that Naftali Bennett, he's going to be building the third temple, something he's laid out in his 3-year plan. And I'm not sure if that's something we spoke about on Patreon the other day as well. Still got other videos we're going to be releasing on Patreon over the next couple of days. This is our second one that we released tonight. But we're going to be releasing some other videos as well, especially about some very demonic entities that scientifically are being proven by the Pentagon. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. And by the way, don't forget, real quick, just as a reminder for you, the languages of our videos are increasing. And once our editor volunteers are able to give us a transcript back, we then upload that into the system, and then we're able to translate into multiple languages. The video that we did here with Cynthia McKinney and Harry Vox there, we've already translated to the Czech language, French language, Hebrew language, Croatian language, Spanish language, and the Russian language. And we have more languages still yet. It'll be in Chinese and a couple of other languages as well that are available to us. So we thank you, and we thank our volunteers. We are going to be able to add the volunteers into the system to where they will actually be able to get an email from iConnectFX.com and be able to work immediately if they have that time. It'll be something that they can do as they have time, because we just really are relying now on volunteers to help us with this. And we can't thank those volunteers enough for their kindness in helping to transcribe or to edit. You don't have to transcribe anything. The system does the transcription, but just editing the language to make sure it's saying what we say in the video. So that way the foreign language doesn't have as many mistakes. And two, we're looking for people that speak these languages to also help edit those foreign languages. We have an ability to add you to the system where you can go in there and just double check to make sure it's saying what we actually say, which all that's time consuming. So if you're able to volunteer your time and just a little bit, if it's only once every couple of weeks, that is just wonderful. Send us an email at israelinewslive.com, at gmail.com, or you can even post it here in the comments here on any of the videos here that you would like to be able to help us with that. We thank you, and thank you for listening, and God bless you.